All right, be honest. How many unfinished projects do you have right now? Not just crafty ones, like I pulled out that drawer and I needed to go through it. Like, how many unfinished projects do you have right now? I am embarrassed. I'm not even going to tell you how many unfinished projects I have. There's a shelf of them, though. Starting a project is super fun. Finishing it, not so fun. So, I think we need to get into this. I think we need to talk more about it. You ready? Let's get into it. Hey, friends. Welcome to Created to Create, the podcast where we talk about faith, creativity, and building a life that actually feels like you, with a little bit of what are we actually doing here mixed in. I'm Colette, your creative bestie, and around here we believe you don't have to be perfect, polished, or even have it all figured out. You just have to be willing to start. So whether you're crafting, dreaming, building a business, or just trying to get unstuck, you're in the right place. Okay, you ready? Let's make something pretty. All right, so I don't know about you. Sometimes starting things is, I'm just going to say for me, starting stuff is super fun. It's exciting. You can get all the new things. Yes. Starting's not the problem for many people. It's that messy middle that's the problem. It's the completion. It's the, oh, this isn't fun anymore. This isn't new and exciting anymore, right? So it just it made me think a little bit, and it brings me to today's scripture, which is from Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 8. This one hits me. Finishing is better than starting. Patience is better than pride. That's not fun. It is. Really, it is when you think about it in the grand scheme of things, right? And many of you ask often what Bible I'm reading from. The Bible I'm reading from is the NLT, the New Living Translation. It's like a middle schooler's translation because I got a little bit of a squirrel brain and sometimes I need a little bit of easy words to get me through. It's okay. Let me through it. It's fine. But that's the Bible I use. So, anyways, so God tells us beginning is a big deal. Absolutely. Start it, move your feet. Absolutely. But finishing, that's kind of a big deal, right? Like, because finishing, like starting is a good thing because it gets momentum and it gets you moving. But finishing, that's where the blessing, the bigger blessing can lie, right? Because when we create something and we move our feet, hooray. But when we then finish it and we have a product, we have something tangible that we finished, it's a big deal for us. Like that's where the big blessing is, right? So now we have something that not only blesses us because I finished it and I feel good that I completed something. There's something about that act of completion in our brains that just triggers that dopamine hit kind of thing. For me, I don't know, maybe not you, but for me, it does. But finishing also is where we get to be able to allow God to work through us to bless other people. That completed project now is something tangible that we might be able to put out into the world so that other people can be blessed by it. Now, again, I know a lot of you are like, well, I don't create, you know, physical product for me to, but wait, what if your project that you started was cleaning out your dresser and you haven't finished? But then when you do finally finish and you have a bag of clothes that you're going to get rid of and somebody receives those clothes, what a blessing. That completion, come on, right? Like this can apply to so many different things. Obviously, we're talking about crafting and, using our creativity. So creating a product if you're a business person, but even if you're not and you're just making something pretty and I don't want to say it like that, forgive. It's not just, it's you are creating something in your craft room or in your craft space. That product that you create and that you finish can be a vessel to bless. So, all right, application. You ready? You do not have an idea problem. You don't need more product problem. Like you don't need more stuff to finish this project. You don't need more ideas. It isn't about motivation. It's about structure and some simplifying some of the steps and consistency. And I know as creatives, we many times get lost in the sauce, right? Like, oh, it didn't feel good. It doesn't feel good. Well, sometimes it won't, but the end product, completing it, will feel good. And you will get a dopamine hit after that, right? So here's the deal, friends. You don't have an idea problem. You have a follow through problem, right? Me too. I'm not calling you out. I'm calling myself out. It's fine. So this sometimes shows up as jumping into new ideas before you finish one, quitting when it's not perfect. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then getting bored during the project. Like you just get bored. You're like, I'm just, right? So here's some action steps for you because God wants you to complete it. He's faithful to complete the works he started. I think he can work through you to help you complete the projects that you start, right? So, my encouragement to you is to pick up one finished project, just one unfinished project, whatever it is. And instead of looking at the project as a whole, let's break it down into steps, smaller bite-sized chunks, so that instead of looking at it globally like, oh, it just is a mess and I can't imagine, we're going to then look at it as, for example, we're going to cut the fabric. Oh, we've cut the fabric. Check. Make a list of all the steps. That might help. Check, we've cut the fabric. Okay, next step, sew the fabric. Oh, we did it. Yeah, bite-sized pieces, right? Get the board, sand the board, paint the board with a base coat. Do you see? Like it's just one step after another. And of course, now I'm thinking of that kids' holiday movie, just one step in front of the other. I'm not a singer. I never claimed to be, but you're welcome. You got it anyway. Tell me if you're watching on YouTube, tell me if you remember that song and where it's from. I'm not going to tell you. Okay. Squirrel brain again. It's fine. All right. So put a timeline on when you're going to finish the project. Like just that's it. We're done. After this time, we're going to be done. And I just want to also encourage you, it is not going to be perfect. Don't expect perfection. We, again, are expecting movement. We need to finish it. There's something beautiful, and I've said this before. If you haven't listened to the other episodes yet, listen to those. There's something beautiful about action begets action, right? So when we start a project, it's exciting and it's new and all of the things. Then we get bored or whatever in the middle. It gets hard and it's not as sexy. But when we work through that to get to the end with completion, there's this, I feel like it's a transformation that happens in our mind like, oh, I finished something. I finished it, even if it's not perfect, because then that helps you then go through the cycle even faster the next time. Because then you're going to have starting easier, completion easier, and then you're going to be on a roll, right? I think sometimes we get so overwhelmed with all of, like we look at it globally and we think this is so overwhelming that we stop or we get bored. I get bored a lot too, but it's okay. Moving through it is a reward. Finishing it is going to be a reward, even if it's not perfect or not what you envisioned, right? And that's the other thing. Sometimes when we're doing a project, we have to be open to shifts and pivots because sometimes we could be doing a project and plugging through, and this is so frustrating that if we allow ourselves to kind of just take a little bit of a turn, so instead of doing it this way, I'm going to maybe try it this way, and all of a sudden, a new technique is developed, or you know what I'm saying? Like, so stick with that messy middle, right? Like, don't give up. Stick with that messy middle so that when you are working through it, you might be able to get new lessons. You might be able to get new techniques and then complete it. And I'm telling you, there's something beautiful about the act of completing something and having it done. It's pretty special. It's pretty magical, especially if then you can recognize the blessing that comes from that completed project. I just love that. All right. So we went through our action steps, right? You're going to pick one project, you're going to break it into steps, and you're going to give yourself a time limit, and you're going to understand it's not going to be perfect, right? And you're going to finish it. Done. Done. And then move on. And then you can start something else. I'm going to encourage you, friends. Remember, you don't need to be more creative. You don't need to be purchasing more stuff. You need to be more consistent, and we need to be understanding that finishing builds confidence, which then builds momentum, right? We can do this. It's totally doable. You got this. I believe in you. Listen, I used to be, I don't know if you know this, I used to be a doula, which is a childbirth support person. So I kind of just doulaed you through creativity and project completion. What? I'm like your project completion doula? What? Silliness. And squirrel brain again. Anyways, friends. This was a fun episode, huh? Hopefully it inspired you. Hopefully it gets your brain moving in thinking, how can I finish this project, and moving into completing it. You got this. You do. All right, friends. I want you to start messy, and I want you to finish messy, because finishing is the goal, and that's where the big blessing's going to be. Until next time, my friends. Thanks for joining me. Have a good one. Okay, friends. That's it for today's podcast, and your sign to go make something pretty, or messy, or messed up. Just make something. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be started. And if today's podcast has helped you, share it, save it, or send it to somebody who needs a little push today. Until next time, friends, I'm rooting for you. You've got this. You know what to do. Now it's your turn. Go make something pretty.